So before we even left for Vegas, Tom's stepdad had told us that he knew a pit boss there in Vegas at the Tropicana, and he's like, "Let me hit him up and let me see if I can get you guys some tickets to something." We're like, cool. And he's like, yeah, he can get you into some shows. And he listed off a few shows. And we talked amongst ourselves and we decided on going to see the Rock of Ages show. And none of us really knew exactly what to expect or anything like that. But I thought this was the perfect opportunity to take the mushrooms. I was like, are you guys on board? And they're like, yeah, let's do it. So we take the mushrooms and we had them in the trail mix, so it was like super easy to take down. You can't even taste them. If you ever have a gag thing about mushrooms, pro tip, trail mix, do it. Do it! We get there and, I knew prior to taking it, I was like, all right, probably about 45 minutes. That's when I'm really going to start feeling it. But at the point when we get to the Tropicana, I already have received the body high and I'm vibing and I'm feeling good. And Tom, he's just chilling with me, he's cruising, we're good. And then we look over and Dick has now over a trash can in the middle of the Tropicana just puking his fucking guts out. And we're like, man, that came at us fast. So anyways, we get over to the ticket counter to get the tickets, and for whatever reason there's a complication, and we're like, oh no, we're all on mushrooms and started tripping. And then so I have to step away for a second, and I'm just mesmerized by the games, and I'm playing games, and we're all kind of wondering about it. And then finally, the pit boss comes over, he's like, oh hey, are you so and so? We're like, sure, yeah. And he's like, okay, cool, well here's your tickets. We're like, alright, sweet. And I'm like, thank God.
Raiding the Rock Vault, the most exciting show in Las Vegas. #1 on TripAdvisor for over a year and voted the best of Las Vegas for a reason. So rock to the 70s and 80s anthems performed by the musicians who lived it.
He's like, I knew I just needed to be planted somewhere and then I'd be good. And that's when I realized that I had won shroom roulette. And that the heavy bag was mine, because I was sweating and I was feeling it. And I look over and Tom is just like, he's chilling. And then Dick is just like, he's a mess. He's sweating. His shirt's all the way unbuttoned. And then Harry is just cool as a cucumber. And I look at him, I'm like, hey, did you not take yours? And he goes, no man, I couldn't. That trail mix that I got tastes like cardboard. And I'm like, oh, you vegan son of a bitch. God damn it. And he's like, yeah, I don't know. I might have it later. And I was like, I thought we were all going to go together. And he's like, no, I'm good. So we get these seats that I wouldn't say are the super VIP. Because the super VIP is right up next to this stage. But we have this really sweet booth. One row back from front row. And I was like, dude, this is awesome. Little cocktail waitress coming around. And I was like, no, I'm good. I just, those tickets, normally are $50 a pop. So I'm just like, dude, people drop that and then they come in here and get a whole bunch of cocktails. No thanks. Anyways, the show starts. And I'm like, dude, this is awesome. I'm fucking vibing. I'm feeling it. And then it just gets a little weird, dude, because the dudes upstage are in their 60s, 70s, maybe even older than that, who knows. And he's up front, playing his guitar and shit, dips down. And this woman in the front row who's there with her, I don't know, husband or boyfriend or whatever, they're an older couple, and licks the fucking guitar, dude. It's ugh. It was just, I don't know, man, maybe she was reliving her glory days, back whenever she was a groupie. I don't know. Maybe she still is. Who knows? I'm like, fuck, dude. I gotta take a piss. And I'm like, I'll just hold it. How long can this be? I hold it for what seems to be another hour. It probably was only 20 minutes, but it felt like an hour to me. I was like, fuck, dude. I gotta go. I was like, scoot out, guys. Scoot. So I scoot out and I head out of this little amphitheater that we were in. And I asked the dude at the door, and that's when I realized, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm tripping hard. I'm like, all right, cool, just act normal, act normal. So I go up there, I'm like, hey, where's the closest restroom? I have to take a piss. And she like gives me the most complicated instructions. She's like, okay, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go down here, you're gonna take a right, there's gonna be a bank of elevators there, you're gonna get on the elevators, you're gonna go to the second floor, and then just go to the end of the hall, and it's right there. And I'm just like, wait a minute, there's not a bathroom just like right out here? Like, why wouldn't there be a bathroom just right outside the theater? Like, that makes 100% sense to me. Like, who the fuck designed this fucking building? So anyways, I knew that there was one down at the casino, and I thought that like maybe this girl is just fucking with me at this point. I don't know why she would do that. It is literally her job to tell me to do these things. But you know, I'm not in the right state of mind. But I gotta go. So like I'm walking, and I know where there's this bathroom at, and I couldn't hold it, and I broke the seal, and it started like dripping down my leg. I was like, no. And then I was like, no, and just like it started going down my leg a little more, and I was like, fuck. And I get all the way to the bathroom, and just like I drop my pants like I'm a fucking 4-year-old, like all the way to the fucking ground. And I sit there at the urinal, and I just fucking go for what seems to be like 5-10 minutes long. I'm just fucking going, and I'm like moaning, like and just like I remember somebody walking in and just being like, what the fuck? And luckily was wearing black pants, so couldn't really tell. But whenever I pulled my pants back up, I was like, oh man, like I can't go in there like this. Like,
I had an accident.
You had an accident? What does that mean?
Goo!
it's like it has now made it like to like where the knee is, and I'm like, I'm just like so embarrassed, and I'm so fucked up, and I'm like, and then honestly I couldn't remember like how to get back to the amphitheater, so I just fucking took a cab. I just fucking walked out, just grabbed the nearest cab, and went back to the hotel. And I was like, I hope they enjoy the show, but fuck, dude, I gotta get out of here, and I gotta get this fucking taken care of. So I rush back to the hotel. I get back to the hotel, and at this point, it's the shrooms are now fucking hitting me hard, and I'm fucking sweating, and I'm just like, just trying to get to the room. And then I get to the room, and I just fucking strip my fucking pants off. I take off my underwear. I take a fucking quick ass shower, and I'm like hoping this will help. I get out, and I'm just still just like, and I'm just like sitting there just running around the room fucking naked. And I finally get a call from Tom, and Tom's just like, where the fuck are you, dude? Where are you? And I was just like, dude, I lost it, and I had to fucking leave. I had to go. He goes, dude, it's your turn to pay for the lift. Like, it's your turn. And I was like, I'm so sorry, man. Like, I'm sorry, it's not my turn, but it's my turn. And I'm just like, I'm not making any sense. I'm laughing, I'm crying, everything all at once. And it's just, what the fuck? I just pissed myself.
If peeing your pants is cool, consider me Miles Davis.